Guys, I can promise you now, this is one of the toughest safaris I've been on physically in a long time. You guys are going to enjoy this one and see how important it is to have a good pH on you. So I've hunted with Philip Glass, who's a good friend of mine, a couple of years ago in Tanzania. And he's kept coming back to the Ome over and over for a couple of years now as well. Now he's brought his son Jasper, who's here to hunt a buffalo.
Shoot him in the shoulder.
ZBC Live News reporting from the airstrip in the bustling metropolis of Umi.
Live from Zimbabwe. Johnny, what do you got to say?
Looking forward to this hunt. I've been in comms with Mr. Glass for a couple of months now, and yeah, just really looking forward to getting out on tracks, finding a buffalo, finding a graysbok, shooting some hyena and whatever else walks across. It's going to be a great time. Looking forward to it.
100%. It's been too long.
Been too long.
Hello. Hello, fine. You're coming. Hello. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. How was your flight?
Oh, good. Well, it was 5 flights.
All your flights.
I've had the pleasure of hunting in Zimbabwe 5 times, and actually 4 times right here in the Ome, right here at Umi Camp. And I've enjoyed every trip I've been on. This time was really special. I brought a group of 3 guys with me, plus my youngest son Jasper, who just turned 18. So first chance for him to go on a dangerous game hunt. So it's been fun camaraderie here in camp, and also to get to be with Vaughn again after us hunting together a few years ago in Tanzania. And so all the dynamic with the people here has been fantastic on this trip.
Scotty was cracking.
Not too much. I'm busy making targets now for shooting range, which we're about to go and do. Yeah, I missed school my whole life. That's my colouring is so bad.
Alright. Good shot.
That's a dead bar.
That's, yeah, she down. Yeah, I'm happy with that. If you want to shoot another one, you're welcome to, but I'm happy with that.
Where'd it hit?
Right where you did?
Yeah, it was just, yeah, pretty much exactly where your round went. It's touching the bull there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about that then.
Nope, nothing wrong with that.
Jasper and I have just arrived here in the Ome to hunt buffalo, and coming back to one of my favorite places that I've been to a few times, so I'm getting to bring my youngest son here with me. And so I've got my Krieghoff double in 450-400 shooting some Barnes TSX, and he's got his 375 Ruger here in his Blaser R8, also shooting Barnes TSX. So we're just here enjoying the beauty of this place and the first day. And so we're up for 10 days of hunting.
But ukanoenda unosvika kwaTubwe. Oh, bandit, all right.
Yeah, so we'll go down that side. Cool, we're getting close now. There's this little river that we're going to go through next. There's some water. The water goes quite far in, but the fields kind of finish quite close. So when we get there to the fields, we'll hop out the truck. We'll let the guys go and have a look for fresh tracks, see if anything's come and drunk, and then we'll have a good idea as to whether we're walking upstream or we're going to walk downstream. Perfect. Right, Andy.
Moto.
When you kind of start casting your eyes across it, you can actually see how much there is, but there's not enough to support a herd.
No.
So this is Duggar Boys' paradise now. They move through these old fields and they just pluck off. Like, yeah, you can actually see how these here, these pieces here have just been nipped off.
Yeah, and this one right here.
Yeah, exactly. So we're driving down here this morning on our way into camp. A couple of days ago, we saw a couple of buff tracks down here. There's a little river and they were drinking down here. As we're pulling up to this river this morning, first day of the hunt, thought we'd come and check where we know there's buffalo moving. And as we pull up on the road here, there's a nice fresh buffalo turd. Some nice fresh tracks. They're not the freshest tracks, they're probably from early hours of the morning. These fresh shoots that always pop out and the buffalo love it.
Yeah.
So they come wandering through here in the evenings and then they'll find a little place where they're going to sleep up on probably a little ridge. They love walking through these little flat areas and they get up onto a ridge and they sleep. As you know, you've had plenty of experience with these buffalo, eh? So yeah, so we'll just let the guys just, because when they come through these fields, these buffalo meander.
Oh yeah.
So they must just do a couple of 360s, find the direction, and then we'll go. Yeah.
From 4 o'clock yesterday.
Yeah,
So better we leave, eh?
yeah, it's better to leave. Yes, it's also mixing with some those cows.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Let's see what else we can find.
Oh, okay, sure.
The fresh one, Maunam big.
First day, first track to pursue. So we're gonna take off and see where these buffalo have gone. Maybe they've not gone too far. Of course, they could go several hours, or we may just have a little scenic hike today. So, it's ready, Jasper?
Yes, but you ready, brother?
I'm ready.
Let's see.
We're gonna find a buffalo.
Any questions you've got in the bush, please feel free to ask. Single file, and try not to obviously make too much noise in the bush. You know how it all works. You know what it's all about. You've done it a few times. We've got water in the backpack. There's a very basic first aid kit inside there too. Should you need anything, please just shout. Just shout. Perfect. No point in starving yourself of water and then being buggered for a few days. So if you do need a drink, just let us know. Bump them once, let's leave them.
Sure, they're all bedded right in here.
We're going to go and have a look where they're bedded down now before we pull out. But they're bedded down just in this little thicket here, probably be about 25 yards in front of us is where they're bedded down. There's a blade of grass there, you can see the flowers on it. Just under his horn there. That's where his shoulder is. But I don't want you to take a shot you're not comfortable on. Straight over the top of that there. In that little gap, that's his shoulder. Good. When you're ready. You whacked him. You look good. Yaro. Mira. You look good. Hey, came back, you buckled in. You look good. That's that same bull we almost shot back there. How did you feel about the shot there?
Felt good.
Yeah.
I was like thinking about it, and I was like, I think I can see where his shoulder is.
There was some sunlight on it. You could see the muscle definition in there. He was standing perfectly broadside.
Where I was standing, like the tree was there, and then there was a little space, and you could kind of see his legs. So.
Yeah, like through that little gap in that, there's like a wide junction in that tree there. Yeah.
we'll just give it a little bit before we go in there, let him calm down. Let's give it 10 minutes or so.
But yeah, I'm really excited. My heart's beating like 100 beats per minute.
It's a little bit thicker here, there's a couple of clumpies, and we're just going to read the situation as we go. I mean, if there's a thicket, rather than going through the thicket, go around it and have a look inside. Obviously now we don't worry about the wind, but if we see a buffalo in front of us, rather than just shooting, just wait for instruction. I know what this buffalo looks like. So when we see it, if we do come across, there was 2 of them, his buddy might be standing over him and he might be down, and then we end up with 2 buffalo. So rather just wait for instruction. He's nice, dark, he's wide, he's got a very unique shape to him. But yeah, we'll just take it nice and easy and just go slowly, slowly. Rifles unsafe, but ready to shoot. We'll kind of stagger ourselves. I like to walk a little bit to the side of the trackers just so that I've got a shot, not straight over their heads. So even Phil, if you would like, you could always be on that side, just where it's possible. You can be on the left-hand side of them. And then yeah, that way we just get a little bit of a different view. And the blood is good. He was laying down here. He's hurt. So we just need to be wide awake here. Let's not venture too far away. Let's stay close. We're going to treat this as a wounded buffalo. We're walking back to the car after busting some buffalo, and as we came through the river we noticed there was fresh buffalo tracks. I kind of figured this was maybe the 2 that broke right. Came up the rise and there was this buffalo bull, beautiful buffalo bull standing in a little bit of thick stuff. We got up on the sticks. We weren't maybe 35, 40 yards away from him. Got up on the sticks. The shoulder was a little bit covered, but Jasper could see it. Managed to squeeze off a shot. And now we're doing our follow-up. There's bits of blood, looks like lung blood. Perhaps the shot went a little bit low or a little bit high, I'm not too sure. But yeah, we're on the buffalo's tracks now. We're just doing a 360. We found another spot where another but different buffalo is laid down. And there's a bit of a crossing of tracks. So we're just trying to pick out the right one and then we're going to carry on.
Hello, sir.
What are you thinking?
We are going to win. As far as I know, although we struggled a lot, but what I'm thinking now, we are going to win. We are going to see him. Now. Just finish our lunch. Now 3 o'clock, so we are going to track him from the start, from the point where we left the track. So it's good.
One has gone that way, one's gone this way. The guys are confident that this is the right one. They found that limp. So, must be the one. Maybe the original group of Duggar boys have joined up with them. That's why there's so many big sites. Yeah, I think we're just gonna get the guys just to walk up and down one more time. They're very confident that the one that we shot is in this group of 2. He just said that the way that one leg is hitting.
Right back, hoof in the ground.
Yeah, he's very confident that it's inside, yeah. And I trust you in that.
There's still a little couple of drops of tiny bits of blood. So those buffalo, we've left them in the back. There's that gravel road just behind us here. We tied some tissue paper up there
Driving up the road here, we had a feeling that they were going to cross this main road. They've crossed over. The guys are convinced that this is the buffalo that we shot at. You know, he did join up with another buffalo. Inside we had 3, one's pulled off. I thought that the one that had pulled off might have been the one that we shot, but it's quite clear that there's one here that's, as he's running, his front right leg is buckling a little bit. You can see it in the track back here, so we're just going to tie up some tissue paper and this is going to be our starting point for tomorrow. Yeah. End of day 1, we still hadn't come across that buffalo again. We now knew it was a wounded situation after a couple of hours of following and only little bits of blood. But you know, I'm very fortunate to work with a great team of guys that are also, they know how important it is to win for the client and also to not leave an animal suffering in the bush. So we kind of made up our minds on day 1 between us that so long as we've got a track to follow and we don't lose it, we're going to stay on this buffalo for as long as it takes. And keeping a smile on your face, keeping a positive attitude towards the situation in front of the clients is always important. From the trackers to the PH, you know, moods can always be picked up on really quickly by clients, and if you're feeling negative about the whole situation, the client's going to rub off on that. You know, Jasper and Philip were an absolute pleasure to have. There was never a question as to whether we're going to follow this animal again tomorrow or not. It was 100% a positive attitude from the whole truck. I've still got a feeling that maybe it's that other one, but you know, this time of the year with these buffalo, to find a buffalo, like all the buffalo dung we're seeing, it's he's got a bad stomach, he's got a runny stomach, you know, that's from stress. So that's another sign, you know, the other buffalo tracks, the other buffalo shit that we've been seeing has been solid. Normal piles. Yeah. This one's been like a dribble. That's right. Yeah. And it's more consistent. And that's through stress. So it's also another sign that we're still on the right one. Yeah. We have to unfortunately find a bedding site in order to confirm 100%. It's got to be up here somewhere. It's got to be. I thought they were going to come to water and then rest close by. There's water around the corner, but they haven't gone to. They've just carried on. So let's see what we can find. We can't tell until we find the resting place. Once we've seen where they lay down, I have a better idea. Found the tiniest bit of blood. So confidence has been reinstalled. We know we're on the right buffalo now. So now we just take our time and make sure we get him when we find him. So we finally found a spot where the buffalo lay down. Got up, lay down a few times. There's a couple of little bed sites inside here. So we've caught up on a bit of time. There's a good chance that these buffalo are a little bit closer now. We've managed to catch up in a little bit of time. There's no blood anywhere where these lay down, but we do know for sure that we're on the right buffalo. So long as there's still 2, he's one of them. Yeah. So yeah, it's a good thing. It may be right here. It may be right here. So in this horrible leaf litter here that we're walking through, this box of cornflakes here, the tracks, some buffalo, out of the 2 buffalo, one of them went into the fields, the old fields here, and fed. The other one's been playing around in the leaves here. We're just trying to work out which one is the wounded one, so that we can follow. But the tracks are coming and going, so it's a little bit tough, but we've got one track up above us here that's going towards the road. And then there's another track that they've lost in this leaf litter here, because obviously fresh leaves have fallen since last night or early hours of this morning when the buffalo walked here. So yeah, just spending a little bit of time, let the trackers do their job, let them find out what they know and let them look at what they know best, and then they'll come back to us hopefully in the next couple of minutes and let us know what's happening. The wind swirled on us and gave him a little puff, so we're giving it about 15 minutes, and then we're going to get back on the tracks again and go and see what we can find. And that's him. So there's a bit of blood there. Okay. So we got our answer. We now know there's one youngster, one jongos, and there's one solid. My solid, because my jongos yagarara.
It looks like the hard work's paying off. We're getting closer after lots of effort, but
after tracking this buffalo for some time and putting in, I would say, after the first couple of days, I was unsure whether we were going to find it. Definitely had some, we were definitely down a bit, not knowing what was going to happen next, thinking that this buffalo should have been down, and it wasn't. And it just became a mystery that continued on for the next few days.
Right, let's try again. We've come through this thicket here. With all this grass and with how many people we have, the buffalo weren't in front of, they weren't too far in front of us. And I think they heard us. It's impossible that they saw us. The wind was perfect, but I think they heard us coming through the bush. We're trying to go slowly and methodically forward, but you can only be so quiet, unfortunately. We're not going to give them any time now. We're just going to carry on. Standing in the nice open space here. We just came in from the wrong side.
that was close. Very close.
It's just not working out today. I've just marked on the GPS these last tracks. They're kind of going towards where the road is anyway, so we're just going to find a nice path and walk back in here. The road's about between 800 meters and 1 kilometer from here, so we just want to get out before it gets too dark.
It's day 3. We're out here in the morning on the back of the truck. We're getting ready to get on the tracks and just do it again. We're going to see if we can follow them and get up on them. Hopefully we'll get a good opportunity this time around.
All right. Let's get this done.
Good early morning here. We've already bumped one buffalo. It wasn't our buffalo, but they're just working, sorting these tracks out. But I've got a good feeling we've been after these things for several days, and it's just a matter of time. But I think we're going to get on them here in just a little bit, and it's going to be maybe very exciting. So let's see. Stay tuned.
Right, we've come out onto the Musampa floodplain here. Our buffalo have found one of the little estuaries and there's a little bit of water in there. They've had a drink finally. 2 days in, they finally had a drink. They did a bit of feeding. They've walked this way early hours of the morning. There's hippo tracks on top of our buffalo tracks telling us that the buffalo walked before it was light. They walked through here. They've come through this floodplain here. And it looks like they're heading to the big Jess, unfortunately. So it's going to be a little bit tougher for us, but it's still 2 buffalo. There's still that one with a bit of a twist on his track, so we know we're on the right tracks. Right, these buffaloes are now on this main croc farm footpath that's going straight towards croc farm. So, and it's they're very happy with the track. They said it's definitely the one. They've got that twist on it. But so the good news is we're on the right tracks. The bad news is they're going into the Jess. So we're going to go and play in Jurassic Park with buffaloes this afternoon. Stay tuned.
Proper. Hey, my man. Not often you can get a 15-minute sleep on a buffalo track. Anyways, let's go and see what we can find.
Buffalo could be laying right on the edge. So rather we stay close to them and just walk with them slowly. And just in case we do bump them. I thought I heard a sound just now when we were standing there. The guys have just heard a sound and they're gonna leave them on the tracks. We're gonna go around next to the chest there and just stay close to it and just have a look through there. Because the tracks are going in that way. Looks like the buffaloes come through here. They're walking in this thick stuff right on the edge. They're meandering like this here. You can see a spot there where he's rubbed his horns. His boss is on that branch over there. It's unlikely, but we did when we were standing there, we were waiting, we heard some noise. I think it was a bit further back, I don't think it was here.
We did have a distinctive track, so that gave us a little bit of confidence that we could stay on it. But when those tracks get covered up by a big herd and then you spend hours and hours trying to find the track again, I didn't think our chances were very high. Yet when time after time we lost the track and then an hour later we got back on the track and our team was certain that it was the right track, slowly but surely confidence started building in us.
We are still tracking buffalo. We've kind of located where they are. They've grazed this floodplain and then gone into the Jess today, but we haven't found out exactly where they went in. We found they went in and came out, went in and came out, and so we're trying to find their final entry point, and they should be in there resting.
Jasper, what are you going to say?
Well, I'm excited that we're starting to get close, starting to catch up to them. It's looking like we had a little bit to eat, a little bit to drink, and sat down, kind of got out of the sun for a little bit, and now we got a good plan. I'm excited to see what happens.
Scare the game fowl, scare the elements.
Straight into your job. Look at that little one. Oh, right. Tick. What's the straight
Showing off.
The guinea fowl gave him a fright, so now he's trying to give the guinea fowls a fright. Quite incredible. We've had a whole herd of buffalo come out on the floodplain early this morning. They fed along the floodplain with our buffalo, the direction our buffalo were walking. They've all moved out. So we've got an elephant behind us here. And the guys have managed to find their tracks, the track of our buffalo with that twisted hoof, that twisted track through all of that mess. So we are running low on time, so we're going to get cracking, but it looks like the right track. It looks like we're on the right one.
Whether you're from the United States, whether you're right here from Zimbabwe, not everyone gets a chance to hunt buffalo, never mind 2 buffalo. It is a once in a lifetime opportunity for most people. Some people will never get that chance, which is why we decided to do this giveaway. And thank you guys for the support that you've given us on this channel. So my cousin Ross and I formed Untamed Knife Company, handmade by ourselves for the avid hunter and outdoorsman. Lifetime warranty, free of shipping, each knife meticulously handmade and designed to withstand all the elements of the outdoors and to represent this beautiful continent that we love so much. Every second month we're going to be dropping a limited edition of our Dangerous 6 series, each representing the Dangerous 6, your leopard, lion, buffalo, hippo, croc and elephant. And in between those drops we'll be releasing smaller editions of pocket knives as well. And to celebrate that, we are giving away a free safari to Zimbabwe for 2 buffalo, completely free. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. If you want to enter, go check out our website, put your name down, again completely for free. And also put in your email so you don't ever miss a knife drop. Again, these are limited editions, each coming out every month or second month.
So obviously Vaughan and I are really keen to bring this to market, not just because we want to sell knives, but really we want to give people a chance and a taste of Zimbabwe, it's a taste of Africa. You know, growing up in the bush, being able to experience it here all of our lives, we've been privileged. Not many people have that privilege, but now you can have maybe just a little bit of that. Obviously this knife is going to be it's been entirely designed and made here in Zimbabwe, and we're using Zimbabwean materials, Zimbabwean woods, and it's made with that in mind as well. It's of course also made for hunters, by hunters, and with that I know Vaughan is super excited, we're super excited that there is the opportunity of course to win a buff hunt. But basically you get the once in a lifetime opportunity to hunt buff in Zimbabwe, which is probably one of the greatest hunting experiences anywhere in the world. So thanks very much for watching this, guys. We're super chuffed with your support. If you do want to support us in the industry that we're in, then please check out the website. A lot of custom knives are going to be dropped there, so just keep your eyes on for the next drop.
Insane, eh?
Unbelievable. I can't believe it. So these buffalo flipping things, we've been on them since this morning, on the floodplain, feeding, drinking. There's been 3 groups of buffalo that have come out. We managed to find their track through one group, second group, their tracks got crossed over. We went round now, we found another group of buffalo, big herd. We were pretty sure that ours were in that herd, but now we're coming down the road. Bonnie came to pick us up, and on the way back now, the big herd has crossed over. On the way back from Bonnie collecting us, our buffalo's tracks are on top of the vehicle's tracks. So, and it's the track that we're after. We know it's the one. So this is our starting point for the morning.
Look, it would have taken quite a bit to light this tree on fire. It would have taken more than just a match.
Yeah, who knows how it started.
Would you mind hanging on to that for just 2 seconds? You've got nothing in it.
There's a whole bunch of them in front of us here. Just listen, just listen. those pigs getting in the way of our buffalo hunting. I could only see the young bull. So day 4, morning of day 4, we got there nice and early, got off the truck, started walking in the Jess, which is this thick matted vegetation, and yeah, sod's law. Not even 15 minutes into the walk and stalk, we were just getting started, barely getting ready on the tracks, getting our eyes refocused on the whole situation, and these 2 buffalo, the young bull stands up. I'm not too sure where our bull was. He may have been hiding around the corner, but we bumped him 10-15 minutes into our first stalk. On one hand, you feel confident, you feel like, right, we've caught up to these things, they've slept all night, you know, they haven't gone far, the old bull is hurting, hopefully he's the one holding that young bull back. There's this whole rush of emotions, this excitement, but also like, damn, we could have got him right there. So yeah, just a whole bunch of emotions running when you hear them run off.
Although I was confident that we were going to stay on this track and really give it our all, when we got in that thick Jess for several days with really no opportunity to ever lay eyes on the buffalo, we would track as quietly and slowly as we could, going under limbs and snapping twigs under our feet, but trying every step to be quiet, yet they would hear us or sometimes smell us, but more likely just hear us sitting quietly somewhere and then run off. We would bump them time after time. It really looked like an impossibility. Like, how are we going to get on these buffalo? If they don't get out of this Jess and into more of the Mapani area, I didn't think we had really any chance.
Yes. Are you kidding? There's a good little nap that is stuck there. Let's go find this buffalo. A little rest in between bumps of the buffalo. Sorry. We're gonna try again.
No doubt. Sure.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Got your bullets on both sides.
Yep.
We just have to take our time to get in here. It's thick. But this is our best chance. We've been on these buffalo since early this morning. Found their tracks come across the road, cut out a big part of our tracking this morning. We've heard them in front of us, and the guys have seen them twice. But they're still walking. They've laid down a couple of times. These buffalo do not know that we are here. So we've just come into a little opening now in this chest. I can feel myself making mistakes and stepping on sticks, losing concentration, so I just thought take 5 minutes out, have a bit of water, relax, 10 minutes, and then we'll get going again back on the tracks.
Well, it's actually pretty, not, I don't know, not a very good situation, I guess you would call it. We're kind of stuck in the middle of the plain over here by the lake, and we can't reach our driver, and so we made a bonfire, and we're all just kind of sitting around here. But I think it's kind of fun, so.
How you doing, Paul?
Oh, just tired. But yeah, we're making the most of it. Just sitting here by the lake shore in the dark with a fire going.
So, last night we had some fun with these buffalo. I tried to anticipate where they were going to come out, and we left their tracks inside the bush. We left their tracks about 200 yards away from the floodplain, and we came out just below where they were going to come out. And we sat and we tried to ambush them. Anyways, long story short, they didn't come out when the sun was up, and they didn't come out in good time. So we ended up waiting just up here for the truck to come and pick us up, and the buffalo have come out pretty much where we left them. But obviously after the sun had gone down and after we had left. Anyways, we've got a track coming out. We just need to figure out now where they've drunk and how they fed and where they've gone back in, and then we'll be on them.
There are two. That wounded one and these young ones. They are two. So we are still busy looking for it. We hope we can catch him. Thank you.
So just another quick one. So Dalton and York are also doing a separate giveaway, and it's another once in a lifetime opportunity. It's open from now to the 26th of January. You can pause the screen now, see all the details. Again, don't miss it. It's a once in a lifetime chance.
It's treated as like a boundary, as like a barrier. So sometimes if they feel pushed in one area and they cross a road, they relax. Nothing, we haven't bumped them, we haven't done anything to them today, but it's a good thing that they're going this way. This chest block is short. It's not very big. And then it opens up into the nice Mapani. And that's kind of the direction that we shot anyway, was back that way initially. So always a good thing to have this option here. We might be in for a bit of a bigger walk because it's open. They might push a little bit more, but with it heating up, most of these tracks here, well, these tracks here are from when the sun was already up. Out of the chairs. Look at this. It's amazing. Out of the jess, finally. They'd spent a couple of days in that jess and it was just so thick. We were bumping them. We could hear them, we couldn't see them. We had oxpeckers calling. We just couldn't get into position with the wind. We had elephants that were trying to go around and the buffalo walking through them. It was chaos. But eventually when they came out of that jess, it was such a relief. You know, all of us were almost giving each other hugs and high fives. We've followed them. You know, you can put a little bit more pace on. You can try and catch up a little bit. We knew we were in for a little bit more of a walk when they left the jess, which they did. They made us walk a hell of a lot. Some salt. Nice, good. And also Mrs. Balls. Mrs. Balls. Go stand by. And then we're going to have an early lunch. And then we're going to go back round onto these buffalo tracks and then follow them through the heat of the day where they may be laying down, and hopefully we can catch them with their paint stuff. That's the plan. Is just through the thick stuff, we're just going to try and stay as quiet as we can, as slow as we can. When it opens up, we hammer the tracks. When it thickens up, we slow it down a bit.
I said good luck you all.
Thanks, Mr. Bonnie, and good luck to you too, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Finally, after walking all day, we finally buzzed them. They heard us walking through these leaves here, unfortunately. They've trotted off, but they're not far. We need to try and make a plan to get in on them now. First time I've seen them since day one. And I don't know which one it was, but I saw both of them. Yeah.
So we just bumped these two buffalo again. We've been pumping them for the last few days, but that's been in the really thick jess. The bush is quite a lot more open here. So we're going to chuck the drone up, see if we can ID them. We haven't seen them for the last few days because it's been so thick. Normally we'd never hunt with a drone, but in this situation it is a wounded buffalo, and we're in a communal area. You know, there's a school not too far from here. There's people up and down the roads, and the last thing we want is for somebody to get hit by the buffalo or killed. So rather we just do our best to put the buffalo down. This track does have the same twist to it, so we're pretty sure it's the right buffalo, but rather we just be sure if we can. We don't have a lot of light left, so let's just see what we can do. If we don't see him on the drone, well then we're going to have to catch up with him pretty fast. Yeah, that didn't work. We're going to have to try and catch them before the sun is down.
Mira para China. Lo and behold, across the little gully that we had this buffalo standing there. We didn't know which one it was. I wanted to maneuver around. It was quite noisy brush with all this leaf litter on the ground. I managed to confirm on the evening of the 6th day that we were indeed on the right buffalo. I saw the old bull. He was laying way off to the left of that bull that was standing in front of us. Under some thick bush, there was no opportunity for a shot with the light that we had and with the amount of brush between us and him. But I was able to confirm through the binoculars that that was the bull that we had shot. So even that there just gives you that rush of like pride in your team for being able to stay on one single buffalo's track for 7 days. And not that we had any doubt, but you just want to reconfirm that that is the right buffalo. So that just gave us all the right motivation for day 7 to go in and get the job done.
He's kind of like putting his arm down, and then he hops onto his ankle, and then he hops onto his foot. Somewhere 200 meters. But yeah, he just sucks at that. And then he hops up onto his wrist. And then from there he hops up onto his foot.
We're now 7 days in. We've got confirmation that it's the right buffalo. I had chatted with Philip in the morning, the day 7 in the morning on the truck ride to where we had left the buffalo the night before. And I had kind of mentioned the scenario where we get onto these buffalo and there's no possible shot, no possible way for me to get Jasper in to finish his buffalo off. Being day 7, would he allow me to take that shot? Or would he prefer to risk it and try and get Jasper in there to finish it off?
It's all saliva from his mouth. So it's not, yeah, it's gotten a bit hard, but it's still got its elasticity in there. Right, we've got tracks, let's go. So on day 3, when we came down here, and we followed them through here before they went into the chest, they drank here, and they came back last night, or early hours of this morning. Followed their tracks, they come down, they've done a bit of grazing in this nice green grass. They came down and had a drink here at this little spring. And then now we're just trying to figure out where they've pulled out.
We proved that it's already fresh. Then we are in the trek now to try to find where they are now going. But we are sure that it's our trekking, and we are sure that that is the buffalo we left yesterday. So we are continuing to look. Sometimes they are getting that thicky, bushy. That's why we are trying to find where they are coming from, this floodplain. Thank you.
How far do you think the buffalo is? Maybe an hour behind us?
Yeah, I'm sure that sometimes it's maybe an hour behind us. So that's why the trek shows that we're sure that it's an hour behind us. So we want to try where now they are going.
Yeah, sure. Well done, Luke.
Thank you very
Let's
much.
do it.
Seven days of tracking this buffalo. We were just going to have to take what we got. And if the person in front, being our PH, had a shot through just a tiny window through the brush, that he was to go ahead and take that shot, and then Jasper would follow up.
Let's hope I shot the right one. Yeah, Donna.
Come. I want you to put one under his front leg. Under his front leg. Hit him in the chest. Nice. Come, go forward. My man. Well done, my man. Awesome.
7 days. Oh. Good work, little man. Put in hard work on this one. Logan, this is a big boy, huh? 7 days.
Come around this way, guys.
Not done yet, guys.
Come around this way. I want you to put one more in, Jasper. Right on the spine there, between the shoulder blades. That'll do. Yeah, 29500 Somewhere.
Good work, man. Good work. Hard buffalo. Good done. Good work. Woo, that's a hard one. Got it though.
Buddy, congratulations. That was a hell of a job. Well done, man.
Thanks.
You put in the miles, you put in the hard work. That's the one. He is gorgeous.
Where was the other one?
We're gonna go and have a look now. But that 500 knocked his socks off. He just went, 2.
Was he standing up?
No, he was laying down.
I thought so.
He was laying exactly there. It was just, this was the chance, and Philip gave me the thumbs up. I managed to reconfirm that that was the right buffalo. I had my gun up once or twice, put my gun down, we had all the time in the world, reconfirm it, and then I took the shot.
So here we are. It's been a long journey, but we've made a lot of fun memories on the way, and it's very rewarding. That honestly, I kind of glad that it took this long, because it's a lot more exciting. Because it wouldn't have been fun if it was my first buffalo hunt and I shot him at 11:30 on the first day and he just went down. So that would have been kind of lame. So as long as it took, and as frustrating and challenging as it was, this is definitely a great memory and a great hunt, and I'm excited to get this bad boy back to the U.S.
It's an amazing animal. This is a hole there.
So there's that hole there, and this hole here goes in this way.
Which one's the one he shot at, like just laying here?
There.
That's the hole.
That one there, because that one there, my finger goes all the way in.
And then this other one's a nasty looking thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That went through.
Yeah.
So like it went through low.
Yeah.
But didn't go through a shoulder.
So it went to
No.
brisket.
Yeah. I'm just gonna find my finger here. Yeah, but it may have tumbled through some sticks. But that's that, because that hole's going straight that way.
Yeah, that would make sense.
This one here is going in that way, into the chest cavity. I mean, that one there goes all the way through the bone there.
Alright, so we're here. As you can see, all the people in the background, they're getting ready to divvy up the meat and start heading it out. So I think they're saying there's around 25, 30 people here, so not too many. That means they're going to get good portions of meat. So that's always good, but you can kind of see we got it all chopped up on the tarp here, and they got the names written down, so they're going to divide it into equal portions for everybody and hand it out. So it's exciting to see and very, very humbling to see that this meat's actually going to the people here. So it's good. What's left?
Well, what's left?
Yeah, a bunch of grass and mix of stomach juice and blood. Yeah, that's about it. So everything's gone. It's going to good use. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Well done. Thank you. Thank you for having organization and everything.
I'm very happy. So thank you very much, Mr. Jasper, for what you did, for good shooting. This buffalo, all of us were not having meat. So although we have struggled for a lot, 7 days, tracking your animal, so for day 7, we got it. Thanks very much.
Thank you for tracking it, man.
Welcome.
Well done to everyone.
Yes.
Well done to everybody involved.
Well done to everybody.
How long have you been after a gracebook for, Phil?
Actively, with opportunity, since 2016. So this is my 4th trip here, and every time I've tried.
4th trip in the Ome.
Yeah.
4th trip in the Ome.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's time. At some point, it's just time.
It gonna happen now. Smile with a Coke. What's that?
What do you know?
Have a Coke and have a smile.
Yeah.
Have a Coke and have a smile.
There was one thing I had my heart set on, and that's after all these trips to Zimbabwe, never connecting on a Sharp's grass buck and trying to get nearer to the completion of the Tiny 10. And so Johnny knew from day one that this was important to me, that we at least give it a really good try.
Oh man. No. It was -5 below yesterday.
No way.
-5 degrees Celsius.
Bruce, want to quickly introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Bruce.
I'm a PA.
No, I'm a professional hunter. I live in Puloa, and I've come up here to hunt tuskless for Dalton and York. Yeah, fantastic what they've done to the area.
Bruce?
Yeah, for sure.
Experienced PA right there, ladies and gents.
Well, first off, I got up late. Second off, the kitchen forgot to bring out food. So we're having a bit of a late start to the day. But we're going to go and see if we can find a crest box, see if we can find a nice impala, kudu, basically whatever we can find. Just take it easy out there and just go and have a good day in the bush.
Absolutely.
Jasper, what is happening there, brother?
Well, we're having a pretty nice morning this morning. We woke up late, had breakfast, and we've been driving around. We saw some water buck, some more buffalo. Of course, now that we're done hunting them, they're gonna come walk across the road right in front of the truck. That's how that goes. But we're just kind of driving around, seeing if we can find anything. My dad's hunting a grise buck, so we're gonna look for grise buck. We're gonna look for any big kudu my dad's gonna hunt, and if we find a big impala, I'll hunt it. So just kind of driving around and seeing what we see. that's what we're doing this morning. So yeah.
Driving through the small townships and villages.
Yeah, lots of villages. We've seen a lot of different villages, and we just drove by a school, and yeah, it's really interesting to see. It's a cool experience for sure.
Yeah, what is it?
It's Masao fruits. Usually, you can finding them around this area valley.
Thorns will get you.
But yeah, Masao. So these here are fruit that are picked, they grow naturally. It's an indigenous tree. Fruits come out this time of the year when not much other plants are fruiting. And then like they will be dried and kept for later on, so you can dry them out. There we go, that's one way to do it.
Shag the trees.
All the goats are going to be happy now. But and then there's also like a local beer that's made out of them. You can ferment them with sugar and yeast and all sorts of things.
Wow.
Yeah, they're nice though, hey?
Those are tasty.
You like them, Phil?
They're very good. I thought they'd be really, really tart, like most any kind of wild fruit. And they are, but they're still sweet. But they're not too sweet. It's like, I can't describe it.
How are you?
Everybody.
That's cool.
Well, we've just made a quick stop here by the Croc Farm and the school here to get some ice for our cooler because we were out at camp. So we had to make a contingency plan, and now we're getting to see all the school children coming out, and they're kind of cleaning up their little area here where they play soccer and stuff. And so that was kind of fun this morning to have a little diversion, and then we'll be back to it. Good job, everybody.
Thank you.
Very good job.
Bye-bye.
Had seen a grass buck while we were hunting buffalo, come back to that spot and try to work it out where they might be, make a plan to sit and wait, and then to actually bump them out of the tall grass.
Pick it up. There you go. Take a deep breath. It's going. 5 minutes. Let's take a deep breath. Let's see where he goes. Don't rush it. There, he's in the gap on the right. He's moving. That's okay. Come. Let's come with me. He's moving, he's running.
I couldn't, I would have just been yanking it. I couldn't get steady.
That's okay, we know where they're living. We'll get him. We'll get him.
Dang it.
We'll get him. It was a long shot, but...
No, I had it. I could not get steady.
Yeah, that's okay. I'd rather you not take the shot.
No, I would have missed.
Yeah.
I would have just... was quite incredible. So we bumped a pair, had a good laugh at Vaughn for the female running underneath his legs. So they ran off, and then we were able to get a look at them, see that there was a male, and then Johnny brilliantly suggested, no, these things are likely to come back in just a short period of time. So we went and had a seat in the shade and just kind of waited it out. And sure enough, that big, very old, broken-horned grisebuck showed back up, and I was able to make the shot on it.
My man! My man! Oh shit, you hit him in the head.
I didn't want to mess around. Thank you. Good. Thank you. Good.
You unfortunately hit him in the head.
Yeah, I did.
But look, he's a dagga boy, eh?
Oh, he broke an horn.
Very big dagga boy.
But he's huge.
He was walking, so I had to shoot.
Boss, well done.
Congratulations on your Kreisbock, eh?
I didn't think we'd have a second chance, but we got a second chance.
What just an elating feeling to, after 5 trips here and always wishing for a Kreisbock, to finally get one and to have my number 9 of the Tiny 10 really made it special for me. Down.
That a boy?
Down.
Just over there to the right, take the shot.
But to see your team come together and really put in the work and really show their skills. You know, if that buffalo had just gone down, we'd have never known the skill of Johnny and his trackers, because we wouldn't have been put through 7 days after one animal. But we were, and so we got the pleasure of really seeing how persistent they can be. And having this team work together with us on this hunt, it was a really great time. Some great personalities here, some great stories shared on the hunt and of course around the campfire as well. But Zimbabwe is a place I'll definitely be back to, and I just really enjoy hunting in this area and with these people.